Hey, thanks for joining The Broken Dead. Today we're talking The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 4. We've got some news, teasers, and speculation about what's to come for you. This is The Broken Dead. And I don't have the intro up. Hey, this is Dylan.
I'm Quin. Hi.
And as you can see, Lydia's out. So thanks for joining us today, whether you're new to the show or returning. We're glad to have you along for the ride. Little Norman Reedus Easter egg in there. And
that show.
we hope that you'll join us live on YouTube every Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so please like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon ding, so that you know when we drop a new video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, that like button right now. I mean, you're sitting here, we're sitting here. We'll wait. Okay, that's good. Podcast listeners, please leave us 5 stars in your podcast app. And don't forget to check out the website at www.broken.pictures.com. And don't forget that we also do another show called The FOMO Show, where we discuss the top 3 in pop culture, movies, TV, video games, what's going on out there in the world. Every single Tuesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on YouTube.
And just so you guys know, we are about to issue that spoiler warning, that sweet little sound that you know is that... Apparently that sound, it's not as sweet as I thought it'd be. But to let you know, if you haven't watched the episode, this is your chance to, leave. Or if you just want to listen to us talk about it,
hang out with us.
Yeah, but, spoiler territory has been entered.
Yes. You've crossed over the border into spoiler territory.
So much.
So we're just. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I'm getting ahead. He moved the screen on me, or maybe I moved it. I don't remember.
What?
But somebody moved the screen. It's Halloween this week, so maybe it was a ghost. My dog. My dog is named Ghost. So, anyways. So, in Walking Dead news, nothing big going on. Of course, everybody knows Lauren Cohan is coming back to The Walking Dead. We'll be excited to see how they implement her into the show going forward, and the ramifications of her presence and how others have moved on, how she's moved on a different way, of course. But Michael Cutlets, as you know, Abraham... Hey, how you doing? Woo. Walking David. Hey, man, how you doing? I worked with him on set. Oh. What's up? Thanks for commenting, David. I appreciate that. And he's working out in Cali right now. I always like his pictures. He's got some interesting stuff. Staying really busy. Cool. He's got some great Walking Dead content as well. So go check him out on YouTube. Shout out. So I appreciate you watching, David. Thanks, man. Gives me a warm feeling right here. So anyways, Michael Cutlets, as you know, Abraham, who played Abraham before his untimely death on The Walking Dead, which we could probably say.
Untimely?
Well, according to the comics, it wasn't. But, I mean, everyone has an untimely death on The Walking Dead, pretty much. Unless you're Rick and your plot armor is just so freaking thick.
Super thick.
So, also, let's see.
Was that it? Oh.
Yeah, that's it as far as like TWDU universe news. I think that's all that's going on. Of course, we don't have a chance to, because I'm getting ready for the show, we don't have a chance to watch The Talking Dead, and so we're gonna miss some things on that. So I mean, if we say something and it's corrected or more info on The Talking Dead or whatever that you saw, go ahead and let us know in the comments below, and we appreciate that. Chat at us.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and briefly rate the episode. What did you think, man?
Real quick though, these acronyms for all these he said something else.
I can't read it from here.
Pull it up on your phone.
Oh yeah, hold on. While he's talking, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, but these acronyms for all these like extended universes be getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
TWDU. I don't want to say all
The
that.
Walking Dead universe. Like they've even kind of dropped The Walking Dead in some of the promo material, and they're just going by TWD, like on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. So real quick, my rating, 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give it.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt. He said, haha, as warm as a whisperer wearing the skin of a fat person, right?
Wow, that's
wow, that's warm.
That's super warm.
That's pretty warm.
Yeah.
They migrate, though, so, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we haven't met. Have we met a fat walker in this show?
I don't, not a fat whisperer, no, but I mean, Luke dropped some weight recently. Eugene looked like he trimmed down a little bit. So,
dude, you can't be fat and be in the show apparently.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What was the guy's name that Shane killed? Like he was probably like. You either trim down or you die. I guess.
Is that what happened
know.
to all the big people? They were used as bait and sacrificial lambs. I'm scared now.
I don't know. Okay, we got to get back on track.
Okay.
Thanks for commenting, David. Yeah, keep some conversation going. I appreciate that.
All right. So I'm gonna give it 7 threatening stares in a jail cell out of 10. Cause, yeah, I couldn't think of anything. Nothing got bashed. There weren't no little piggies. I mean,
well, I mean, if Negan's there, there's always little piggies.
There's always little piggies.
Yeah.
So then 7 little piggies out of 10. Just because I don't like Lydia.
You don't like Lydia in this?
I don't like Lydia in this. And then, like, she going in there with the squirrel and, like, stabbing the squirrel. And then, like, they seemed like they were just too quick to anger. I get it. Yeah, your friends got killed, but I don't get why people always like, oh, you didn't directly kill my friends, but you had something to do with them at one point in time, so I'm going to get some sort of revenge.
People just can't move on. Let it go.
Wow.
Let it go. Anyways. Hopefully Disney doesn't sue me for that just now, but
they'll never find this.
Yeah, we'll see.
In time.
I don't know. Rumors are that they sued a nursery, like a children's nursery center, for painting Mickey Mouse on their walls without permission. In Florida, though, so I guess maybe down the road from them.
Florida man told on them.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. What's your rating?
So I'm gonna say, actually, let me back up just a little bit because I kind of glossed over the special notes. Lydia is out, as you can see. Hi, I'm not here today. So yeah, she's sick. Just kind of last minute. Just kind of got sick. She's dealing with some stomach, possibly flu-ish stuff, and she might have been okay to do the episode, but Quin has a newborn, and so she didn't want to sit right next to him and be like, "Hey, Quin." So, so there's that. Okay. So she might be watching right now. I don't know. She might be sleeping, but hey, Lydia, if you're watching right now. Hey, Shay, because Shay's always watching, right?
Yeah.
Like the Whispers, she's always watching.
Are they though?
Appreciate you, Shay.
Yep.
Thanks for loaning us Quin so many times a week. Let's see, where was I? Okay.
She's happy to get me out the house.
I bet. I'm sick of you. So yeah, I'm gonna say. I'll say 8 out of 10.
8 what out of 10?
8 out of 10. Cafeteria squirrels.
Oh, that's gross. All right, that's fine. Did she just go pick up a squirrel?
I don't know. She's resourceful like that. I mean, like you saw her before Negan caught her. She's about to eat that worm.
Yeah.
So she's like she's backsliding there.
Just a tad.
Yeah. So I do think this was an interesting episode. I do think it was a good episode. it wasn't the best, but I thought that it was still on par with last week and some interesting stuff going on. And there's definitely some tension building, and I like that. It feels like we're building towards stuff, and it doesn't feel like a filler episode.
Yeah. And that's one thing this season has done so far. Even though we've had 4 episodes, it always feels like clap, clap, whack, 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 whack. And it's just a constant, ever-flowing thing. And I really like the character development so far.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Even though you probably got some comments on that about the how it contrasts the comic.
Yeah.
Later on.
They remixed, actually. Okay.
Yeah. Let's before we get just too deep, let's go ahead and...
Okay.
Warm up that golden voice. The honey voice.
Episode.
That's what Shay said anyway.
What on earth? Episode 5. Silence the Whisperers. Still paranoid, Alexandrians get riled up over the Whisperers and take their own fear out on Negan. At Hilltop, the group deals with an unexpected safety issue.
Yeah, so we obviously figured out very soon what that safety issue was.
A whole tree.
Yeah, everybody's sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of safety issues, especially if you're talking about horror movies. You got people having sex. You got people having personal issues. They can't sleep. Like you're not allowed to have like normal life stuff going on when there's a horror movie.
Ezekiel is finna smooth swan down off of a bridge. Or whatever that was. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's about to take a swim. He's about to join Rick. That's what he was about to do. In the river. Swim with the fishes.
With the fishes. Mm-hmm. So where should we start with this interesting, odd, sad, depressing episode?
Well, I just want to say the very, very beginning with the little montage, and they've kind of been doing the montage thing before the opening credits.
Yeah.
And I think it's been pretty effective. This one, I mean, it kind of immediately jumped over to Hilltop, like almost with no notice whatsoever. It was like, oh, we're at Hilltop now. Mm-hmm. And which was a little jarring, but I do think that it might have had something to do with us watching it with the captions on, because we our neighbors don't like loud noises. And so sometimes we have to turn it down, and which is respectful. But I'm one of those people that's like, I want to feel the volume. And to be fair, we lost our remote broke. So, but so plus Lydia likes to watch everything with the captions on. But to be fair, this one just was not conducive because you have that little song, and in the background it's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so it's like coming up on the screen, and I'm like, what? It's like, what is actual words and what is song? So it was very confusing. I watched it the second time with the captions off, and it was a lot more effective. So, sometimes the captions work, sometimes they don't.
They never work for me.
Yeah.
Unless I'm watching subtitle anime. But then it gets to a point where it's like, oh, this is how you would sound if you were speaking English. And I see those words, so now that's what's just happening in my head.
Yeah, it just kind of like does it for you in second nature, yeah. But sometimes it's just, oh man, it's hard, rough. Yeah. Because it takes me out of the story because I'm trying to like take in the visuals and the symbolism of what I'm seeing and the mood and all this stuff, you know. And I'm just I'm reading the words. Like after I've seen it a couple times and I want to kind of like study more in depth, then I'll like, you know, read the script along with the movie or whatever. But trying to do it the first time just throws me off. But you do what you can for love. So Lydia likes it with the captions on. So
yeah,
love you, babe. Anyways, so let's see. What? Obviously, Sadiq is still having issues, and it seems to be getting worse.
Extra worse.
Yeah. And some people, I mean, there's a theory out there on the interwebs that Sadiq is the spy. And that's something we haven't really talked about. And I kind of wanted to bring up this week. What do you think about that?
I could see it. Because he keeps having these flashbacks of Alpha just sitting there, like, twisting her knife, big machete. It's a really big knife. It might be her machete. Just back and forth, and she can kind of...
Doesn't have a red handle, though.
It doesn't. So...
Missed opportunity.
Super missed opportunity. And, like, she keeps looking over in, like, his direction because it's always from his point of view. Like, she could have left him alive and, like, horrified him enough to the point, like, if you don't ever want this to happen again, you tell me everything. And then, so he's, like, got brainwashed out of terror, which, you know, that could happen. The fear of him not wanting to ever go through that again.
Yeah. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying the he's a spy theory. I think he's just really traumatized, and it's a thing where, you know, you leave one to tell the story. That's a thing.
It is a thing.
So, I mean, because everybody's like, "Oh, that's proof. He got away. He's in on it," you know. But
no,
I don't think that's proof.
She left him alive to just tell them, well, this is what we're capable of. Y'all didn't even know these people were gone until we put them on these pikes. They were long dead after y'all found out.
Yeah.
But if he ends up being a spy, it'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, technically, they didn't really need him to tell the story because...
The pikes do the
yeah, I mean, that's the impact you want. It's just boom, and that's the story. But I don't know. I mean, I could see there's gray area there, but honestly, I'm not buying Sadiq turning.
Or it also could be Alpha showing that we can be brutal, but we can also be merciful by just leaving one alive. Like, you just follow the rules, we show mercy.
Like last week, there'll be no bloodshed.
Because y'all ain't got real bullets, you just got shiny-looking guns. Get out of here.
We will take your land.
Yeah, you were like 90 years in the apocalypse. Y'all still got bullets. Get out of here.
Man, I should have shaved my head and went as Alpha for Halloween.
Stop. Please.
So, anyway.
So when the tree fell at the hilltop.
Yeah, or King Top, whatever however you feel about it. According to Jerry.
According to Ezekiel, he can't handle it anymore. When the tree fell, having to pull everybody out, like, bro was just kind of completely frozen and paralyzed with, like, oh dang, it's happening again. Whoops. Oh no.
Yeah, so I guess he's the Sadiq of Hilltop. That's what it boils down to. And they're dealing with it in totally different ways, obviously. Yeah, man, he's gone. I mean, just the character arc of Ezekiel is like crazy right now.
It is. And I don't know. There's a ghost on me.
Ghost is letting him pet him.
He is. This never happens.
What did that just say? Planet something?
Planet Earth?
I don't know. Somebody may have subscribed. I missed the notification. I'm sorry.
We're sorry. There was
new subscriber, Planet Earth. Thanks for the subscribe, Planet Earth. Appreciate you.
Wow. Thank you. But I feel, Ezekiel is, by now, he should be dead. So.
Yeah, I mean, according to the comic, he was on the pikes.
Yeah, he was on the pikes. But the kingdom fell, and now we're kind of seeing a different Ezekiel. Like, it's the aftermath of that. He's at Hilltop. He's kind of the suo leader of Hilltop. Hilltop doesn't really seem like they have a leader.
Yeah, well, I mean, because if anybody was going to be leader, I mean, well, of course you had Maggie, and then you had Enid, and you had Tara, and they're all gone. So I guess he's de facto.
And then, like, they even said something that, like, assured to me that they didn't have a leader. They're like, we'd only have 6 beds in the infirmary. Well, we can turn Maggie's old room into the infirmary. It's like,
that's true.
So,
well, I don't know, because she's like coming back-ish, I guess.
Yeah,
so. I mean, they're expecting her to come back,
yeah.
you know, so I don't know.
So they just kind of like she's just leader until someone says otherwise. Is the other thing I get.
That's power.
That. No. I don't. Yeah, and like so, because Jesus was the leader after she left.
Oh yeah, Jesus too. Good
And then
gravy.
he died, and now Ezekiel's there. He was the leader of kingdom, so they're like.
I'll get to
Okay,
it.
hold
You
on.
go ahead.
Yeah, so they're like, well, he was the leader of this one place, so obviously he can lead. They just had bad plumbing.
Yeah, that sucks.
And because Henry died, and no one could fix it apparently. Sadly
Ghost.
enough.
I'm sorry. Ghost is like pushing my legs around. Go lay down, Ghost.
But, you know.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's cool. But
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Planet Earth says Ezekiel probably feels horrified that he was played by Alpha.
Oh yeah, extra.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because I mean, not only did she infiltrate with her whispers the fair, they like took people that everyone cared about and killed them in the dead of night. No one even knew until Sadiq came and was like, they did it. They did it.
Yeah, I mean, Ezekiel has been like taken down so many levels, like levels he didn't even know he had.
Yep.
You know, it's like I feel bad for the guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the one person that could pull him through, that he had invested in and pulled her through, she turned. She just straight up left.
Yeah, you had all the rights to swanton off that bridge.
I get it,
super
Carol.
Sorry.
Yeah, I get it, Carol, but you're wrong for that.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, like you're the one. I mean, okay, so.
I mean, maybe
it's fair because she needs somebody too. Obviously, it's not. I mean, in times like that, everybody. I mean, I'm digging a hole because I'm saying that they are each other's responsibility. You know what I mean? And there are circumstances where you just can't.
Or maybe she did it because she knows what she has to become to take down Alpha, and she's just still on like a super revenge quest.
Maybe, but she has not vocalized that.
No, she hasn't.
She seems lost, is what she seems.
She does seem lost until she gets that desire. She seemed lost when she's not in front of Alpha, but when she's in front of Alpha, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, that's her reason.
Yeah. So, Alpha not around. She's lost. Alpha right in front of me. I'm going to use these 3 bullets I have to kill you.
Yeah, because she doesn't know what to do when Alpha's not there. She's just like, okay, well, I'm just waiting until my next opportunity.
So then who would Carol be without Alpha? Because she's like, seems like she just...
I don't know.
And if anyone else kills Alpha, what is Carol going to do?
Kill them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Daryl is probably maybe Michonne are probably the only people that could reel Carol in.
Yeah.
There was Rick, obviously, but I mean, Rick's not there.
Rick's not there. He's gone.
I mean, Daryl can try, but I don't think as much respect and love and closeness as she has with Daryl, I think she would probably tell Michonne to take a long walk off a short cliff just to go screw herself. But Daryl,
maybe not, because she's a mother.
I mean, I don't think that she would, like, if Rick said, Carol, that's not going to happen, she would respect that.
Yeah.
She wouldn't like it, but she would respect it. If Michonne said, Carol, that's not going to happen, she'd probably just be like, yeah, it is.
Okay, and then pull the trigger.
Yeah, and if Daryl said, Carol, that's not going to happen, she'd be like, I feel you, bro, but no.
True.
I don't know that there's anybody that could reel her in like that. Planet Earth, PPE, is it okay to call you that? Does Daryl even realize that Beta is still alive?
No, I don't think yet.
I don't know. I mean, he dropped him down the shaft,
yeah,
and I don't know that they've seen hide nor hair of him since.
And I can't remember if he said anything about him recently. Like, is he...
Was he there when Alpha took him to the pit to see all of them? Did he see him then? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because I mean, they were there. They were surrounded by them.
Yeah.
but I don't remember
if he did. I don't think he noticed them. Or
they did get surrounded. I want to say that Beta was there
when they got surrounded.
Yeah,
I think when we talking about when they went to the
when they were in the woods.
Which time?
I want to say episode. It was the episode before the season finale last year.
Oh.
When they went into the woods, and it was Michonne, Carol, and Daryl, and they got surrounded.
Oh, wait, yeah. I think he might have said, how is he still alive? And was like, maybe some kind of Terminator or something. Or did I hear that somewhere else?
I don't know, but he's basically the Terminator. Or Mike
is.
Myers at this point because of the masks and everything and the craziness. He's basically Mike Myers.
He is Mike Myers because he has a little knife.
Michael Myers. And not the Shrek Michael Myers.
Oh.
That'll do, Alpha. That'll do.
That don't ever need to happen. If I ever see that meme, I'm going to be very upset. But yeah, I think...
So Planet Earth said you're correct. He does know. So I think I'm pretty sure he was there, and he's like he was like got there. Like what?
Yeah. Okay.
So
but I mean, that Beta Negan fight's like right around the corner. I feel like.
Oh man, I can taste it.
Yep. And I feel like Lydia,
and Angela Kang did confirm that they would meet. And she didn't say what would happen, but they will meet.
Super setup episode.
Yeah.
Let's get
because he's out. He's out there.
He's out. But we jumped like super ahead.
Yeah.
So Lydia, what she did, we talked about it earlier. She was getting bullied, essentially, and kind of picked on just by these same three people. And it seemed like the same people in the last episode, the same lady at least.
Yeah, the ones that stood up and was like, "We're gonna go out there," and stuck her foot in her mouth because Michonne was like, "What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the herd comes?" Yeah. But they, just got super shade, super hate towards Lydia and everything. And then Lydia's like, well, y'all gonna clap at me, I'm gonna clap back with a squirrel.
Yeah.
And went up there, stuck it right in his little squirrel chest.
Oh my God.
Like, dude, come on, you kill walkers. Why you acting like a little blood splatter from a lady squirrel?
Yeah, and he's living at Alexandria now instead of Hilltop. It's like...
Come on.
Does everybody just move in this apocalypse when things get too rough at one spot?
Apparently. It's like, well, this is bad over here. I'm going to try it out over at the other one.
Unless you're Luke and you got a reason to go. I hear the ocean calling my name.
The ocean. You can't see my wink from that far away.
Ding, ding.
But, yeah. And she ended up... They said they're going to make her pay, and they just jumped her, which, in the comics, that scene that they kind of took from, it was Rick Rick and Tammy's husband.
Ed? That face you're making is like...
Because I can't remember his name. Yeah, but Tammy's husband.
Yeah.
And Vincent, who was Josh's father.
I don't know, Josh.
It's comics.
Oh,
We'll just continue on. They jumped him, and Vincent stopped Tammy's husband from killing Rick, but Rick ended up jumping on him and ripping his throat out with his teeth.
Say that again?
Rick jumped on the man, bit his throat, and went "Caw!" with his teeth. Yeah.
Okay, so he was the one that defended Lydia. Not Negan.
Lydia didn't get jumped. He was the one getting jumped because they didn't like his reactions to...
Rick was getting jumped.
Yeah, to Alpha's attack and putting the heads on the spikes.
Okay,
yeah.
So they were jumping Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't Lydia there at all.
It wasn't Lydia there at all.
Wow, so yeah, if we would have seen Lydia do that, it's like...
Yeah. It would have been like, okay, you got
We've seen this
feral.
one other time before. Said at least they have ice water for Sadiq to scream into when he's having a panic attack.
Bro, where they get ice?
I know. I was just like, they got an ice maker? It's like, they got electricity, I guess. So, if they found one at a local grocery store and just kind of took it there.
Or if the fridges could still do...
Yeah.
Wait, no, but you need running water. But wait.
But the Greeks and the Romans had running water, so they could figure that out.
Okay, irrigation systems.
I mean, for real. I mean, if they had a well, I mean, you can get a pump, and have running water. So, I mean, that's doable.
It's doable, but it's getting way too civilized again.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, they've got a windmill. They could have their own power. So, not that would, I don't know if it would come up with enough electricity, but they do have Eugenius living with them. So, I'm sure they figured it out.
A windmill be going, I guess, then. Wow. Huh. This episode makes me think about a lot of things. I need to not... Like, when I first watched it, just on the surface, like, oh, he says ice water. Okay, that's normal.
Yeah, that kind of caught my eye, too, when I pulled it.
And then I'm like, wait, there's still zombies around. And there aren't cell phones. What is going on?
All the satellites are falling out of the sky, man. But they do have radios that go for miles. So they're like ham radios or something, I guess. But I did like the parallel of bullies where Michonne was talking with Judith about like certain types of bullies, certain levels of bullies. And then we've got like Lydia dealing with the bullies that you can live with and how do you deal with that.
Yeah. And
then them dealing with the big bullies that you can't deal with and you got to do something about.
Yes.
So that was a nice little play and parallel right there. As far as Lydia, like I was not happy with Daryl how he was handling it because for one, he's not on the council.
No.
He's not on the council. So what else did he have to be doing besides helping Lydia? Nothing. They live in the same house, and he went days without washing that graffiti off his door. It's like, do you not realize like the impact that has on her? Like she's a teenage girl. Yeah, I mean she's a whisperer. She was, but I mean just the psychological impact that is having. And as it panned out at the very end, there was like 3 or 4 several different places with that graffiti, and it had multiplied. Yeah. So maybe him leaving it up on the door kind of like encouraged some more,
Yeah, we should let them know we're not scared, and we should let her know she's not welcome.
Yeah, and if anybody knows what it's like to be an outsider, it's Daryl. Don't know his last name. It's Daryl. Dixon, that's it. I don't know why I couldn't think of his last name. I always struggle with Carol's last name, which is like Peltier or something like that.
She has a last name?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's Peltier.
Is Michonne
I mean, that's Ed's last name. Let's see.
This is strange. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, sorry. We appreciate the comments. This is just this is new for us, so I appreciate it. Who would know where the paint is stored? Carol? So you think maybe Carol did it? At this point, I think everybody's pretty comfortable with the community, and you've probably got somebody. Remember when they first got to Alexandria, and that bigger lady that Negan terrorized. It was like, oh, you keeping the food?
Oh, yeah, so, I remember her.
Yeah.
Where is she? Did she die?
Yeah, he killed her.
Okay.
I think she was one of those, remember when he brought the pool table out and kind of made an example, and then it ended up killing, what's-her-face's son that used to run the thing. Remember, he thought he was going to like kind of buddy with Negan. And he got the knife.
Yes.
So, and that's when Rosita got that scar too, when she tried to kill him with that one bullet.
Dang, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
All right. Yeah, but who would know? I mean, I'm pretty sure they have people that are like in charge of everything.
At this point, everybody's got their own house, so they might even have their own paint.
Just have stocks of paint. Like, oh, if you need to go paint your house, here's this shed that has all the paints. Try not to use it all.
Yeah. I was really hoping after the was it the season finale last year with the snowstorm with the storm. I almost said the snorm for some reason. Where Lydia was trying to kill herself and let the walker bite her and everything. Carol stopped her. I was really, really hoping that they would have a closer relationship and Carol would kind of take her under her wing. Because Carol's good at that. But I do understand why Carol didn't because, I mean...
Alpha's daughter, you got my son killed.
Yeah. Plus, her experience with taking kids under her wing is not good.
No.
So.
Look at the flowers.
Exactly.
But also, I feel like Carol feels like for Lydia, living here is probably punishment enough. Like it's one of those things where living is your punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like you getting out just because you die is not fair.
Yeah.
Like you need to live with the fact that you showed up, got someone you cared about and I cared about killed, and now you're in a place where everyone hates you and you have nothing else left. You can't go back. Your mom told everybody that you're dead. And if you show up, she will have no choice but to garrote you.
Garrote you?
Garrote.
Oh. I don't know. I mean,
if she won't, Beta will.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Another kid on her cookbook economics book. Yep.
Wow.
That was such a great scene last week. I love that.
I was like, oh, look at all this scary stuff.
Yeah, I loved last week's season or episode.
Real quick though, I didn't get to ask this last week, and I meant to ask. So, everybody else see that walker that was in the room that was like this, like all hunched over in a ball in the corner?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. I'm insane. Y'all serious? Y'all didn't see this?
Are you talking about in the gym?
Yeah, no,
Like
it
when-
wasn't in the gym. When she got the book, she looked through the window and there was a walker and it was in a ball and it didn't move, and I was like, why is that walker not moving? And then she looked at the book and then the book changed.
Oh, maybe it was dead. I don't know.
Oh boy, howdy. Let's continue on. Okay.
I have to go back and watch that.
Okay. What else? Who else?
So
Negan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was not satisfied with Daryl's role, because if anybody knows what it's like to be an outcast, not fit in, and to be where he is now, he could have really had some insight for Lydia.
He could have, but
and defended her to everybody and just been like, "Hey, look, she's with me."
But at the same time, he's still a little bitter, whether he wants to admit it or not. He's bitter. Like, yeah, he tried to help Lydia in the past. Alpha said, protect my daughter to him and everything, but then...
I mean, Lydia wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for him, though.
Nope. But even still, she, cut off his head. He said something.
We got a new comment from someone else. Oh, Shay. Hey, Shay. Said it might have been part of the extended version. Maybe. Speaking of, we didn't get an extended version of this episode on AMC Premiere.
Today?
Okay. There sure wasn't. Apparently, only some episodes will have extended versions and not others.
Okay.
So that's something I should have put in the Walking Dead news. Thanks for that, Shay.
Thank you. I swear there was a walker there.
Maybe. I know there was a mess up on the extended version last week, where Carol approached those big double doors. In one scene, there were chains around the handles, and then there was a couple walkers, and then in another scene, when she went through the door, the chains were broken. So, in the extended scene, it showed the chains on the door. But in the regular show episode, the chains were broken. So either some walkers have chain bolt cutters, or that Whisperer had bolt cutters or something.
They got guns, so I'm just gonna say sure.
But nobody heard it, so
yeah, the quietest bolt cutters of all time.
Yeah.
Silent cutters, that's what they're called.
Silent cutters. Clip clip. And Whisperer cutters.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like the bat cutters. Everything's got a Whisperer spin.
And it has a bat symbol on it.
Yeah. It's got a little on it. I that was hardcore wrong for Lydia to do that. I mean, just to take it to that point.
Yes.
To shush him at the table there.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm really disappointed in Daryl. But I also want, something you said a minute ago about Carol kind of being haunted by Lydia. So she's got a choice between Hilltop and Alexandria. So Ezekiel and some Kingdom people are at Hilltop. But Lydia is there. So, I mean, it's like,
okay,
with those options, she still didn't choose Ezekiel.
That just kind of like plays back into my thing. Like, she doesn't want to see Ezekiel and choose Ezekiel because that's reminding her of the life she had with him and Henry, and everything was fine and she was happy. She's over there with Lydia.
It's easier to avoid Lydia, maybe.
Or she sees Lydia as like, all right, your mother took a lot from me. You're you looking at you. I remember why I want to kill her.
Or she's waiting for her moment and keeping an eye on Lydia.
Okay. Either or, Lydia is either way, Lydia is a means to an end.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
In time, I guess.
In due time.
Yes.
So, Daryl confronting Negan just seems like, as much as I like this episode, it just seems like when old Daryl comes out, it's always at the wrong time. Like, instead of going down, like, why did he go down there otherwise to threaten that? I mean, straight after talking to Lydia, he meant to go down there to see what was what, but immediately he just starts lashing into the guy instead of being like, hey, something's different about you. You know what I mean? And you would think enough people, Michonne has seen a difference. Ezekiel has seen it, or not Ezekiel, Gabriel has seen a difference. Aaron has seen a difference. Like, when is it going to start to take...
He couldn't really see.
he half saw a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron last week. Because he was blind. Gotcha. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about Gabriel.
Oh, no.
He's keeping an eye
Equally?
on him.
Blind jokes. Or not seeing jokes.
Wow.
Okay.
You walk into a hole here.
Table. But yeah, I mean, and they've made it a point throughout the past 2 seasons to show Negan changing and like evolving and like not necessarily he wants to be a good person, but he realizes if I'm an okay person, maybe I can get out of here. And he even left last season only to come back.
Which surprised me this time. I mean, maybe the motivation of there's a lynch mob outside, and kind of pushed him a little further. But, I mean, whatever life he's living there, I mean, whatever little bit,
bucket.
He likes it. He gets to, like last week he was telling you, if it's all the same, I'd rather sit here and pick tomatoes.
No, you need fighters, he can fight. Peanut butter, meat, jelly. And Negan's like, I cannot want to know, please. But I feel like if Lydia, do you feel like, okay, first, do you think Lydia let him out?
I do not.
Okay, same.
Although at first it seemed like the obvious option.
Yeah.
And I don't like how easy it was for Daryl to just like let her sit there in the cell.
Because he feels like, not that she belongs there, but like he wants to protect her, but that cell might be the best protection he can give her.
Yeah, I could see that.
Especially now, like Negan, who they were smooth, just about to just little pig, let me in, pop and bust his head open, and like just leave him there.
But who called it? Negan called it.
Yeah, but.
Gabriel, I need to sleep on it. Do you really think the mob outside is going to be like, okay, I'll give you a couple hours?
You need to sleep? I mean, hold on, wait. It's like, okay, so it's 10. We'll be back at 7. And when we come back, we're busting some heads.
Yeah, that was just... As good as Gabriel has been, I think that was a stupid decision.
It was. He should have just said no and left it at that. But that would have probably started like a small little civil war. It almost seems like some people just want these things to play out and let it happen so they don't have to deal with it. Yep.
So maybe that's what Gabriel was doing.
We got one.
Says, I hate to say it, but Father Gabriel let him go. Do you think he let him out? Well, last time everybody accused him of it.
Yeah.
And he said that it, or the actor that plays Father Gabriel said that it was actually the gatekeeper that was there. But everybody was hating on Father Gabriel. So if you watch the teaser after the episode, it kind of gives it away that it wasn't Lydia, it wasn't Gabriel.
Okay.
So I mean, we'll talk about that in just a second when we do next on, I guess.
I don't know. I don't think it would have been Carol. I don't see any motivation of it actually being.
Yeah, it's nobody. Did you watch the
teaser after?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay. So we'll.
Yeah, it kind of just blatantly gave it away, so we don't have to speculate. I don't like that, but.
Oh, that's bummy.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Well, who did it?
It was Lydia said his name was Brandon. He was the guy that was watching. I think he's the guy that was watching him. That saw it.
That saw it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it makes sense.
That would make that would make sense. They're gonna kill you. You shouldn't be killed because you were actually doing the right thing. So this is your chance. Go. Don't come back.
Right. So yeah, I get it.
It would have been cool if it was Lydia, for the simple fact like Lydia could be like, "You saved my life. I'm gonna save yours. There's something else I need you to do. Go kill my mother."
I don't know if she would go that far because right now I think she's a little
She misses
homesick.
her mama.
She's a little homesick.
They both are.
Because I mean, no matter how much at odds you are with your parents, they're still your parents, and they're still part of you that said oh cool.
It says oh cool. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's still part of you that still wants things to be right with your parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter how much they do especially with Stockholm syndrome that she had, there's still got to be some programming there.
Yeah. So we'll see what things play out with Lydia, because she's in a very weird place with her, like just all around.
Yeah.
And I'm curious. I don't think Michonne. I think this is probably the end of Michonne, Ezekiel, because we can talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get into Michonne and Ezekiel, I was surprised that Aaron. Okay, so at the council meeting, I cannot remember which way did Aaron vote.
Kill him.
Kill him?
Yeah, he said yeah.
So that surprised me after last week.
Yep.
So it also surprised me that when those people were mocking Lydia openly in front of Aaron, that he didn't really speak up. He didn't say anything about it other than, "Hey, you three, get over here." He didn't scold them or anything.
Aaron can hold a freaking grudge, like no end. Like even though Negan saved, quotations, his life, he's still like, "I don't trust you. I don't like you. I remember what you did. I don't trust you. I don't like you. You killed your people killed my friend Jesus, and you were there because we captured you."
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see that, the Jesus thing.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I really had higher hopes for Aaron though, because he used to be the moral compass. But I guess that makes sure that he's going to remain on the show for a while. Because I mean, who is the moral compass right now? Judith. They're not going to kill her. They've already said she'll be here for several more seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just definitely got some grown man Judith sage wisdom going on.
Howdy, did you see them like this?
Yeah. Oh, so like one of the behind the scenes things, she was talking about how when she first started using the sword, her and Denai Guerrera got together, and Denai showed her some of her moves so that she would move like Michonne, and it would look like she was trained by her mama.
Aww.
So that's a cool Easter egg.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really cool to see them move almost in sync like that.
Yeah.
That was an awesome moment for sure.
I was like, why was this not the whole show?
Yeah, and I mean, she also played young Ray.
She did.
So I mean, go ahead, just make those into lightsabers. Somebody on the internet, I want to see that.
I feel like I'm gonna look for it when this is over.
Yeah, surely somebody's doing that right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have the time to do that, but that would be awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. Michonne and Ezekiel,
Yeah,
they met us. There's just a tad.
they messing with us. Is that what you said?
They met us.
Meta.
Meta.
Yeah, they got super meta.
They're super meta.
Yeah, like I halfway expected Ryan Reynolds to walk through and be like, "Hey guys."
Like, geez, well, why don't you just blatantly out and say it and just keep walking, eating a chimichanga?
Just swim by. Hey! A little on the nose there. It was a cool little moment, though.
Yeah, it was. For those of you who don't know, who just watched the show, in the comics, Ezekiel and Michonne are...
Ezekiel, is that their relationship? Is that their shipping name?
That's their name. I did that by accident. Ezekiel and Michonne are a couple until Ezekiel's untimely demise. Mm-hmm. And so with them kissing, it was like, in the trailer, like back in Comic-Con, I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. And then that's all it is. And I'm like, I'm disappointed.
Well, so, I mean, I'm sure that the fandom was split over it. Half the people pissed off. How could Michonne ever do this? And then half the people were like, it's been a little while. Give Michonne a break.
She literally said, as they were walking back, it's been 6 years since I kissed someone taller than 3 feet.
So, yeah, they basically just played both sides with it because, like, when he started, she was like, whoa, wait, this is nice. This is nice. No, we got to stop. Like, all of those emotions read on her face. Like, Denai Guerrera, she's a queen. So, great job with that. Just being able to see all of those things pass through her head on her face. And which, I mean, that's another reason I love Ezekiel. I'm going blank on his name right now. I don't know why I'm going blank. Guy that plays Ezekiel. Oh, come on. Oh, my gosh.
Anybody watching, if y'all could remember.
He's like one of my favorite people. He does the voice of Cyborg. And
does he?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Every cartoon iteration of Cyborg.
That's him?
That's him. Yeah,
literally like eight tenths of the like side characters' voices in Young Justice was his voice. In this
I'm going blank on his name. He's from Dallas, actually.
Is he?
Yeah,
oh, that's
cool. super talented actor, and he's one of my favorite people. I follow him on Twitter, and he's always like,
"Oh, there it is."
Kari Payton, thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
Dang. Now that I'm like playing it back in my head, I hear it.
Yep. Cartorum Payton. I did not know that was his full
name.
His full name.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, she said spell check. Or I don't know if it was a he or her. Right? Planet Earth said spell check. It's Kari Payton. Thank you. I was about to say, wow, that's actually like Quintaro for Quinn.
So
that's kind of cool.
Dylan just spoiled the world for you.
Sorry, yeah. He's got a really cool anime name that I wish that...
It's my legal name.
It is.
From birth, yeah. It's Quintaro Jermaine Ansley.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's like all I can picture is just like a Taurus, just like not the Ford vehicle, but like Taro. You know what I mean? Like the giant bull.
The giant bull.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I wish my name had some symbol of strength mixed in with it, but I was named after a ballad or a shoot. I'm trying to go all D&D.
Oh.
A bard.
A bard.
Yeah. Singer-songwriter Bob Dylan, which is still pretty cool. But
the law.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Most likely to be named after somebody on a TV show. I actually have that award. But anyways, back to the show.
Yes.
So I think they played both sides, and I do like how it makes me hopeful about how they're going to play Michonne leaving the show. Of course, I mean, if you don't know, Denai Guerrera is leaving this season.
She is.
And she's got limited number of episodes. Though we've seen her every episode, they filmed this season out of order so that they could use her to their fullest potential and have her as much as possible. I don't know if she's going to be just in the first half or a little in the second. I don't know how that's going to play out.
Maybe this was... She's leaving the kids with somebody.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like Michonne is a mama bear. She's like Carol. She would never leave the kids.
Yeah.
Like
unless like something came up where she like, I can't take you, and even made a point this time where like in the past.
Yeah, you're going with me.
Yeah.
I told you. So I mean, there's got to be something going on with that. She would not just up and leave. I really, really hope like she doesn't get killed.
Same.
It's possible, but
Coma.
I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's confirmed that Denai Guerrero would be in the Rick movies. Hopefully they're still a thing. I saw a comment, and I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but saying that the Rick movies were canceled. I don't know if that was just a troll saying that or whatever, but I need to look more into that.
Yeah.
I just remember that.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
It says, what? Michonne is leaving? Are they writing that in the show?
Yeah.
Actually, Denai Guerrero is just becoming a superstar, and she doesn't have a whole lot of time.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, and she's also a very talented playwright. She's got is it a Tony-winning, award-winning show on Broadway?
Oh, yeah, that would be a Tony.
So she's extremely talented on all fronts. And so last season, her schedule with filming Endgame and Infinity War and all that
Her life must have been like crazy.
So this season she went ahead and decided to go ahead and bow out of The Walking Dead. But last season they didn't film it out of order, and so that's why you've got gaps of episodes that she's not there and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this one, they kind of chopped it up to where she films her scene. So maybe she'll be in the majority of the episodes and just like small scenes, at least making an appearance.
Up until probably like full scale Whisperer War, Negan's run around, gave Lucille back and busting heads.
Yeah, because we have to resolve this Whisperer War thing. She's not gonna leave up in the middle of this.
No, that'd be really weird.
Yeah,
especially like the way Michonne's been acting. Michonne's been acting like real, like okay, everything's fine, everybody's fine, okay, no.
Yeah, she's super political right now. Like she's taking care of everybody.
She's lawyer Michonne. So.
Speaking of lawyers,
oh yeah, that weird scene.
Yumiko, that was a nice little Easter egg for Magna and Yumiko's backstory, because we knew that Magna had prison tats.
Yeah,
but we didn't know that Yumiko was the lawyer. Like that. That's interesting.
It's like what
conflict of interest there.
So was this before or after the apocalypse? I mean, y'all don't like. I would like to know. Because it would answer two questions: A, why y'all together? B, how y'all actually survived. I have an idea of something I want to do now. I just want to throw a zombie in a courtroom, see what happens.
Okay. For some reason, the James Bond scene where they're I can't remember which one it was. Skyfall, maybe. The courtroom scene where that popped in my head. So yeah, she's leaving this season, and they're gonna play her as much as possible. Angela Kang has promised as much Michonne being a badass as possible. So, they're gonna squeeze every drop out of her that they can, and she's there for it. She's game.
And we've seen, like, anytime Michonne had to actually fight, she was fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and she's made decisions, like, she's shown, like, y'all are the council, but I'm the real leader here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Michonne
She's got veto power.
Yeah. Carries so much weight. Just, like, not just in Battlefield, but around in all the communities. Like, she just seems like she's the new Rick, in a sense. But she's about to leave too. Yeah.
Well, she does have a little Rick in her.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry. Used to. Not anymore. It says, Yumiko, the lawyer, gets involved with her client. Well, no wonder they have survived the apocalypse.
I mean.
They don't play by your rules. So, Yeah, I mean that's a pretty interesting little relationship there, and I would like to see more of they're pretty prominent characters in the comic book, right?
Like Magna's part is one of the leaders of the militia that fight the Whisperers. Yumiko's kind of there. She's ends up being more of like a strategist, but Magna, it becomes a like prominent like figure, almost like a general or a captain. But
and right now Hilltop is needing those people to step up. So.
Yeah, time out, pause. So, this one scene in there when they went to Hilltop and they were like on the other side of the wall and they were fighting the zombies. Why was that like a very like they said, okay, we're gonna make this look as stoic as we possibly can. You two on top of the tree, you over here, just uppercut everything with your mace. You shoot a bow and you. I don't know. Do something cool. We'll just take a shot.
That was like their little Avengers scene.
Yeah, I was like...
And they said that Michael Cutlets came up with that. So that was cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also, I do want to say something about that scene. The lone tree in that area, like every other tree was chopped down, and the lone tree, and it didn't seem like there was a storm. And I'm surprised they didn't have more of this during the storm last year with, because I mean, anybody that lives in the South that has been through an ice storm knows that it gets bad. And, but when it snows, it's not as bad. So maybe that's why, because it's the weight of the ice. But when it snows that hard, there's
a lot of snow,
a lot of weight on those branches. Yeah. And those pine trees do not hold up to that type of weather. So yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have more of that actually happen last season. But so the lone tree falls over. Do you think it was the Whisperers, or do you think it was just the wind or whatever?
I kept trying to look at the tree, and I paused it once, and I couldn't. If they did like somehow cut the tree or knock it over, nobody heard it. They were just either super oblivious or they sleep like rocks in the apocalypse.
And apparently Ezekiel heard something before the tree fell because he was outside before it even fell. Yeah. Like he must have heard it cracking or something. So
I think the tree just finally just kind of gave, and they were. It's probably one of the the tree that was providing some sort of shade. And I was like, it'll be fine. It's a really tall tree. There's nothing bad gonna happen to it. Yeah. And they just left it.
Yeah, which I don't know. I think it's weird because you would think that they would know what's going on with all that because they were obviously over there doing, chopping the trees down and getting lumber and everything, which Hilltop seems to use a lot of. I mean, like rather than doing their fence like this, there's like just a bunch of poles like this all the way around. And it did fall on the only metal part in the whole wall.
And then there was people under there. They had to pull the people out. Yeah. It was a mess. Jerry was carrying a woman that was all bloody, and then Ezekiel.
They said there was like 9 injured or something like that.
Yeah, no one did. Anyone die? I don't think anyone died.
They didn't confirm anybody died.
Yeah. And then the walkers that Magna and everybody was fighting, they done bust down a wall. Like, why did y'all run inside if the wall was just gonna bust down? Y'all had to be like, we should have just stayed over there.
Yeah. So either it was the sound of the tree crashing through the wall that drew the zombies.
It was the sound of the thing. I feel like it was the sound of the tree falling.
Okay, you don't think it's related to last week's?
No, I think
because that's what they kind of tried to play up in the teaser from last week. That possibility, I guess.
Because I mean, everybody like got up in an uproar. There was still a lot of sound. They had to move stuff that was metal to drag people out. So
and 10 ain't no joke, man. Like just the thought of being cut by 10 just makes my skin crawl. Like yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else on that?
Nope.
Excuse me.
I don't got anything.
All right. So let's go ahead and read the next on The Walking Dead. Next episode is called Them. The description says the group feels beaten after living life on the road, but must continue to trudge along in spite of the changes they have incurred. So I'm assuming that they're talking about Michonne, who has gone, Michonne and her little group, who's gone from Alexandria to Hilltop
to
now
Oceanside.
What do you think's going on in Oceanside? Because they called for help.
They say, I think we saw one of them watching us.
That's right. They think they saw more skins over there.
So they think they got whispers watching them, and the whispers might try to just come at them.
And that's where they first found the mask. So yeah, that makes sense.
And Michonne's going to delegate to try to not have anybody. Probably not try to lose Oceanside's land, like lose the ocean.
Yeah, because they lost their hunting grounds, so they need those fishing grounds.
Yeah, and then also not to have Oceanside, who is, quick to pull a spear, try to fight the Whispers.
Yep.
Because even though they lost people at the fair as well, but Oceanside. Last season, they were killing saviors like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got a reason too.
They got a reason
more than anybody.
And they also got a reason to kill Whisperers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and they're brutal. They almost killed Tara when she first got there. Like on the fence, big time.
Yep.
They were debating to kill her. So. And Luke is on his way. Are there even dudes over there, or are they just a bunch of?
Besides the ones that
is this gonna be like the scene from Mighty Python and the Holy Grail? It's like, I've been naughty, and he's the only dude there. It's like, I've been bad too.
I feel like that's what's about to happen. I haven't seen any dudes ever. Have y'all ever seen any dudes?
I haven't seen any dudes over there. I would think that maybe they would infiltrate some. Outside of, that was a bad word. Integrate, yeah. With being in more relationship with the other communities and kind of going back and forth and traveling, that they would want to open their doors to kind of like have it more normalized, I guess. Unless they're trying to be more tribal and just like, look, we're women. Like we're Amazonians and this is how we do.
I counted 5 jokes I could have made. There were so many you just kept doing. They were opening their doors.
Oh my gosh, that's what she said. So, yeah, Lydia's not here to curtail our juvenile jokes. So
at all.
Speaking of, Lydia thinks that Luke is going to die.
Still?
Well, in this trip, there's no red shirts on the trip.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Okay.
So it seems like.
And he hugged everybody and he gave Magna a thing and then Yumiko was like.
Super played that up. Like the music was playing, he's like sitting down just like, I'm about to go have the best day of my life. And it was just like.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
I can see it. And he gets brought in front of Alpha and then whoo.
He's because originally that's how he goes, right?
Snap, it is. Mm-hmm. And in the intro, when they show the pikes, there's 3 heads on that pike. Well, go back next time you watch the intro after this. Go back there, and when they show the border, there are 3 heads on a pike, and I'm like, I guess 3 people are gonna die and get their heads stuck on pikes.
Maybe that could. I just assumed that it was a reference to last season, and
one of them had dreads.
Really?
Like one of them had long hair, or it looked like gray dreads. Huh. And I'm like, maybe that's Ezekiel.
Because in the comics, of course, right?
It's Ezekiel. There's a toy over there, and it's Ezekiel's head.
Oh, yeah. With Lydia.
With Lydia.
And that's Lydia's head with her mask on. I thought it was Beta for a second, but no.
Oh, no. Yep.
So, yeah, that's interesting. They could mark the new border or something. But also, you got to think about last week. They showed, like, nobody believed Carol. Daryl was like, yeah, I believe you. And then they confirmed after the fact that that she did shoot the Whisperer, like that Whisperer died.
Yep.
And Angela Kang did confirm.
I thought there were 4 heads in the intro. There might have been. There's a walker in the way of one. I could only see 3.
Yeah,
So,
we'll have to go back and watch that for sure because
Yeah.
it seems like every week they're adding a little bit more,
Yeah.
or maybe I'm just noticing more.
I think
but-
we're just noticing more because you notice one thing and then you like, because I didn't notice the 2 swords until you said it, and then I saw that, and then I was like, oh, and then I like looked, well, maybe there's something else, and then I saw the heads.
So yeah, I need to go back and watch that too. Let's see, what was I saying about? Oh yeah, so they did confirm that walker died, and or Whisperer died.
Yeah.
Carol did shoot her. Yeah, it was a her because people were thinking maybe it was Gamma or something. But Angela Kang confirmed that it was nobody we knew, and that person died. So that there would be repercussions, because by the time they got done chasing those walkers or whisperers, Carol said she thought she saw or whatever, they had already crossed back onto Alpha's land. So smooth after Carol took a shot at Alpha, they go back on her land and kill the Whisperer. So things are about to come unhinged.
And that's why the pegs get put on the pikes.
Very possibly, just like I said, this is my border. Here's 3 more heads to remind you. So, what do you think? Luke, Ezekiel, maybe?
Luke, Ezekiel.
And Yumiko?
No.
No?
I don't think Yumiko.
Who could we lose? Maybe from Alexandria?
Someone from Oceanside.
Maybe Oceanside?
Yeah, Oceanside. Don't know who.
Yeah, we're not close enough with anybody from Oceanside yet, so maybe
we will be
after next week. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Plus, we're gonna see Release the Negan after this episode. What do you think? Are you still down? I mean, are you on the side of Release the Negan or don't release the Negan?
Release the Negan.
I'm obviously release the Negan. I don't know if you can see my shirt.
Give him his bat.
But yeah, even though I don't think he's reformed completely. I think he's reformed enough to be useful.
Yes.
That he wants to fight, and he knows what side he wants to fight for.
Yeah.
He wants to live, and he knows how to play the game.
He wants to live, and he doesn't want to wear them skins.
Nope.
So.
And I don't think he has any delusions about going back to the way things were with the Saviors or whatever.
No. He even went back and was like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry.
Yep.
Yep.
Jerry. Oh,
Yeah.
the guy he found.
Yep.
Got you. So, is there anything else you want to say about that? I didn't get to watch the little sneak peek on Talking Dead. So if you saw that, let us know in the comments below, and I'll try to keep up with that and get back with you on that. Of course, I'll watch it afterwards, and maybe we can discuss it in the comments. Or if you want to hit us up on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, or wherever, excuse me, you can find those in the description below, all our links.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think them refers to, just real quickly? It's like us versus them type reference.
Yeah, but I don't know which one's them.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because it's pretty muddy right now. I mean,
So-
because half the people believe in them is Lydia and Negan.
Yeah. So we'll
Yes, release the Negan.
release him. Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, like Daryl said, like he told Carol, like, we've got to get, if we don't fix this stuff at home, there might not be anything for them to take down in the first place.
Yep. So we'll see.
And I said at the beginning, like, I do not want to see I want to see the Whisperers and the communities go at each other at full strength. I don't want to see none of this limping along and, one takes out the other only because it was weaker.
Yeah. That's super full on in the middle of a field. Let's go. Walkers included.
Get it. Well, we already did the middle of the field thing with Negan.
Fine. Middle of canyon. What do you want from me?
Just, with Whisperers or Walker. Yeah, Whisperers and Walkers. Just like, I mean, like full. I'm thinking like Lion King with like the things running by and whispers and walkers walking by, and they don't know what's what, and it's like I don't know. It feels like a '90s video game to me.
And somebody has a bazooka.
Is that a thing in the comics?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, like, that's news to me. Like, that would be crazy. Like landslides.
I need this to happen now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to add to that?
I think that is all for me.
Yep. All right. So that's it for us. Thank you guys for commenting. The Walking David, of course, Shay, and Planet Earth for all your comments. I appreciate the back and forth. It makes it a lot more fun for us to have the interaction. So we really appreciate that. And we want to say, everybody else, thanks for joining us. We hope that you'll join. We hope that you'll join us live on YouTube next Sunday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on YouTube. And please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so that you know when we drop a new video. Podcast listeners, please leave us 5 stars in your podcast app. I know you can't see my 5, but my hand is at 5, and so is Quin's. So that's 10, so you just kind of have to do it. Sign into a new account and give us another 5 stars. It's done. You have no choice. Check out the website at www.broken.picturesno.com. And also don't forget to catch the FOMO Show Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll talk about the top 3 things in pop culture this week.
Yes.
This is Dylan.
I am Quin.
And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Peace.